Why does traffic suck and how are we going to make it better? I believe I have a reason or a way that we can make it better. So what we're going to talk about today is why I believe that lane filtering should be legal, and I believe that I have the capability to talk about this because I've been riding motorcycles in some capacity for over 20 years, and I've ridden in places where it's both legal and illegal to lane filter. To begin with, lane filtering is going in between cars on a motorcycle while doing less than 30 miles an hour. Is different than lane splitting, which is over 30 miles an hour. So with that out of the way, we're going to roll into my three main points, which is the dangers of sitting in traffic while on a motorcycle, how it will help motorcyclists, and how it will help drivers of cars, trucks, SUVs, and everything else. So, why is it dangerous to sit in traffic on a motorcycle? The biggest point is cars are designed with safety in mind. They have crumple zones, they have seat belts, they're obviously bigger, and a motorcycle doesn't have any of that. And I understand every time that I get on a motorcycle that I don't have that, but I feel like I should be given the same chance to have safety as any other person on the road because a motorcycle is a legal vehicle. So, with the fact of I have no crumple zones, I have no seat belts, I don't have any airbags, I have to wear all my safety gear, but that can only do so much whenever I get hit. If I were to get hit from behind by a 1 ton to 10 ton vehicle. So, rolling into why it's dangerous is mainly distracted drivers in the sense of people texting, people eating, doing their makeup, or whatever they're doing at the time whenever they're driving, as opposed to focusing. Because a lot of the times, we're so conditioned as automobile drivers to look for other automobiles that people can see a motorcycle and then not register it as a vehicle because it's not a car. But if they don't see a car, then they don't stop. And if they don't stop in time, then they can run into the back of it. And it's especially bad at traffic lights where people are probably more focused on the actual light or what's going on around them than there's a little bitty bike in front of me that doesn't really look like an automobile. So, how would this help cyclists? So it'll help cyclists in the fact that we're given more of a chance to be able to get out of the way preemptively. It's taught in the motorcycle safety course or the motorcycle safety foundations course that we should always set up to have an escape route, but this is a preemptive escape route in this fact that we can get to the front of the line where cars have already stopped. So if a car is distracted and hits a car 3 cars back, we're not in the path of these 2-ton machines that all have crumple zones and things like that. And honestly, a distracted driver hitting another car is inherently safer than a distracted driver hitting a motorcycle, in the sense that they all have safety features that a motorcycle just doesn't have. Another thing that this can assist with is motorcycle theft. In London and Wales from 2016 to 2017, according to Ginny O'Grady, she said that motorcycle jackings are up 10% from 2016 to 2017. And a lot of this is what they call a 2-up jacking, which is where 2 people are going to ride on a scooter or another motorcycle and essentially hop off when they see a motorcycle, knocks them off the bike, the second person gets on and rolls away. If you're in the front of the line of traffic, then you have at least one person behind you or multiple people behind you that can see the jacking, and if you're splitting, it's going to be a whole lot harder for another motorcycle to get up beside you to be able to make this happen. So we talked about how it helps me, the cyclist, in being safer. How can it help other people as motorists or people who drive actual cars? Well, it reduces traffic all the time, but it can help reduce traffic during super busy hours in the fact of most of the time motorcycles are quicker to accelerate, they're quicker or they're faster in general, but there is the thing of almost all motorcycles are manual and there's the risk of stalling a bike. Having to stop and start is a little bit more difficult to do on a bike than a car, so it does slow down the overall flow of traffic, especially if you have 3, 4, 5 motorcycles riding together, because motorcycles tend to bungee, as in whenever like the front people will go and the second people go, it expands traffic. So if we have lane filtering to be legal, the motorcycles go ahead, we get out of your way, it makes it safer for us, it makes your rush hour probably a little bit faster than it would be with the lane filtering illegal. Yeah, there's just less chance of getting stuck behind somebody who may be a newer rider or something like that, or somebody that's just having problems. Yeah. So then we'll roll into another reason that's probably better for your pocketbooks more than just your overall time. But if you were to, let's say, tap a Toyota Corolla, it may be $500, $600, and then you can get it out of the way. But if you were to hit my Harley or somebody's Ducati, it's more than likely going to fall over because it's a lot of weight transferring to 2 wheels to a person that's not expecting it. Whereas Dennis Chung stated he got hit from behind it wasn't during a filtering type situation, but he got hit from behind at a very low speed. He was stopped and the person was doing maybe 10 miles an hour when they actually hit him, but it knocked the bike over, and his total costs were over $2,700 for a very low speed accident, and nobody wants to pay $2,700 because you couldn't stop in time. Whereas if you would have hit the Toyota, it would have been $500, or we can just filter around. But it is expensive to hit a motorcycle. So these are the reasons I wish that America would, as I would say, get with the rest of the world on this one subject, because I do believe that it is a positive thing that could happen to make everybody's lives easier, make traffic a little bit less terrible. So just to recap, my 3 points are: sitting in traffic on a motorcycle is dangerous for the motorcyclist and it slows everybody else down. It's not only convenient for the normal driver, but it's safer for the motorcyclist, and it reduces traffic overall. So yeah, that's all I have. Thank you.